Good day students, welcome to zoology class. Hope all of you are fine. As you know that we have started with phylum Chordata, and phylum Chordata has three subphylums. Subphylum Urochordata, subphylum Cephalochordata and subphylum Vertebrata. And we have already discussed subphylum Urochordata and subphylum Cephalochordata in my previous presentations. Today I will start with subphylum Vertebrata. And you know this subphylum Vertebrata, it is also known as subphylum Craniata. And subphylum Vertebrata, it includes higher chordates. They possess all the features of the chordates. It means that they possess all the four chordate features which we have discussed in our earlier presentation. So they possess notochord during embryonic stage, and then notochord, it is replaced by well developed vertebral column or the backbone. You know that it is a characteristic feature of the chordates that they have notochord, and in these vertebrates, that is a subphylum Vertebrata, they possess notochord during the embryonic period, and then this notochord, it is replaced by well developed vertebral column or the backbone. And the second feature of chordate, that is the presence of pharyngeal gill slits, it is also present in vertebrates during embryonic stage. And the third character, that is the nerve cord, and in the subphylum Vertebrata, that is in animals which are included in the subphylum Vertebrata, central nervous system, it is well developed, with anterior part forms the brain and the posterior part, it forms the spinal cord, and they have a definite, well developed, well differentiated head, and the cranium or the skull is present, which encloses the brain. So these are the higher animals. They are known as the vertebrates or the craniates. The first subphylum is known as Vertebrata or the Craniata. And in these animals, endoskeleton forms a framework, and which is composed of bones and cartilage. And efficient closed circulatory system is also present in these animals, which include 2, 3 or 4 chambered heart. So these are higher animals, and except in class Cyclostomata of this subphylum Vertebrata, all other classes, all other animals, they have two pairs of lateral appendages like fins or limbs. So they have two pairs of limbs. So respiration, it is by gills in aquatic animals and by lungs in case of land animals. And excretion, it is done by the paired kidneys, just like higher animals. And they possess two image forming eyes. They have well developed digestive system, respiratory system, muscular and endocrine system. So these are all the characters of vertebrates, and these characters, they are of higher animals. And now this subphylum Vertebrata, it is divided into two divisions. The first division is division Agnatha, and the second division is division Gnathostomata. So we have to study these two divisions, but in today's presentation I will take division Agnatha. So this is a table of classification, that is this subphylum Vertebrata, it is divided into two divisions, Agnatha, and division second is Gnathostomata. And we will take up today this first division, that is the Agnatha. Agnatha means without jaws. The animals which are included under this group, they are without jaws, and in this only one class is included, and that class is class Cyclostomata. So the animals included in division Agnatha, they have no jaws, and also paired appendages are absent, and under this division only one class is included, that is the class Cyclostomata. and today we will study about the characters of class Cyclostomata. So class Cyclostomata it includes the most primitive vertebrates. The animals of subphylum Vertebrata, they are higher animals, but in all these animals, class Cyclostomata is the most primitive one, and they are the most primitive vertebrates. And animals belonging to this group, they are known as the living fossils. And most of the species of this group, they died about 345 million years ago, and the only survivors are eel-looking lampreys and hagfishes. So we can say that in this class, that is a class Cyclostomata of the division Agnatha, they are known as living fossils, because all the animals of this class, they have died about 345 million years ago, and only survivor of this class Cyclostomata are eel-looking lampreys. So this is the lamprey, and its name is Petromyzon, and other are the hagfishes, and its zoological name is Myxine. So these are the only survivors of class Cyclostomata. And what are its characters? All members, they are ectoparasites. Ectoparasites means they are parasites on the host, on their external body, and they clamp their round jawless mouth on the side of the large fish. So they get attached with the large fish with the help of the jawless mouth. They make a clamp around their body. They live by sucking the blood of other fishes. So they are known as the ectoparasites. Ecto means outside, parasite means they are dependent on the host, and they have sharp horny teeth in their mouth, and the skin is very soft and slimy without scales. There are no scales like fishes, and paired fins are absent. As I already told you that the division Agnatha means no jaws and no paired appendages, and they have two single fins at the back and a tail fin which helps in swimming in these animals. And cranium and the vertebral column, it is cartilaginous and it is not bony. And respiration, it is by gill slits, because they live in water. And circulation, it is of closed type. And heart, in case of cyclostomates, it is two chambered. And the single gonad, there is present only single gonad, and fertilization is external, that is in water. And cyclostomes, they are marine, means they live in sea water, but they migrate for spawning to fresh water. It means that at the time of reproduction, for giving for reproduction, they come to fresh water, otherwise they live in sea water. And after spawning, they die, and their larvae after metamorphosis return to ocean. It means they form a larva in the life cycle, and the larva, after changing or after metamorphosis, it becomes adult, and then it returns to marine water. So these are the characters of cyclostomates, and these are the primitive vertebrates. So this is all about the class Cyclostomata and the basic characters of vertebrata. So I have already sent you reading material about this class Cyclostomata, and moreover about the characters of subphylum Vertebrata. You have to read it, you have to prepare notes, and you have to note down the doubts. And if you have any doubts, we will discuss in the virtual class. Thank you.